Alright, I'm here with Coach Rowe, and I'm going to be asking him a few questions on the marathon. Okay. Coach, when was your first marathon, and what was your time?
My first marathon was after my sophomore year, my freshman year in college, I guess it was. I was 18, it was in 1978, I think, at Terre Haute, Indiana. It was called the Marathon because it was sponsored by Marathon Oil. It was on June 28th, which is kind of a crazy time to run a marathon because it's pretty hot. And I think I was 6th or 8th overall. There were about 180, 200 guys in the race. I ran 2 hours, 46 minutes, and 38 seconds.
Pretty good. And over the years, how many marathons have you run?
Over that 2 or 3 year span after the first one, I ran about 7 or 8 of them, and then did not run another one for 30 years until last weekend. The weekend before last one, I ran the Chicago Marathon.
And the Chicago Marathon that you ran last Sunday, what did you do to prepare for it?
Well, I signed up for it in February, so I just wanted to gradually pick my miles up because in track season, I don't get to put as many miles in as I do in cross-country season. The last, I think 11 weeks before the marathon, I averaged 50 miles even a week. I figured it out. 50 miles in the past few years has been a big week for me, but I was able to average that for 11 weeks going into it. Did several long runs. I think I did 10 long runs that ranged from 12 miles to 23 miles preparing. The one thing that I would do different if I ran again next year probably would be spend a little bit more time on weights and abs and the core work, that kind of thing. But as far as the running goes, it went pretty well.
And during the marathon, what was going through your mind when you were running?
At Chicago, there were 1.7 million people along the course, and it's so entertaining you don't have to think a whole lot. But I didn't have any random thoughts. I was pretty much focused on each mile. I would find myself looking at my watch after 3 or 4 minutes after I passed each mile sign and say, okay, now I'm 4 minutes, 5 minutes into this next mile, and I'm start looking for another big yellow mile marker, and I seemed like it was I was pretty well focused, on the race itself, and taking in all the stuff going around you, with the spectators and everything. Through the first 18, 20 miles, and then I have to admit the last 6 miles was rough, and I started thinking about my body. I love that now, and they're just trying to get to the finish line, and that's the key in any race, I think, whether it's 5K or marathon. When you stay in a moment and keep thinking about your goals and that kind of thing, and staying on pace and everything, you're all right. You start thinking about your body or something not going right or something like that, that's when you start struggling. And that's what I did for sure the last 6.2 miles.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.